Hey, what's going on, you guys? So today I am going to do my review on Mashrabya by Lattafa. I've had this for a while, and I got this in with, say a while, not too long. I've had this for like 2 weeks, but I got this in with a pretty big haul that had some thumpers in it. So this one just kind of, I was focused on some of the other ones, and this one kind of got slept on a little bit. But now I'm coming back to it and I'm like, this is pretty good. Doesn't blow my brain, but I like this. So that's what the box looks like. It's got a cool little kind of pattern that you'll also see on the bottle a little bit. It's a little bit different on the bottle, but yep, it's got it on the 3 sides, and then the back you got the info. Nothing crazy. I guess the design's pretty cool. It's kind of you can feel it. It's got a texture to it. But yeah, the box, nothing crazy. Just kind of comes in its home. Just kind of sits inside, you know. But as far as the fragrance goes, so I've worn this twice at this point. I haven't worn it a whole lot, but worn it enough to kind of understand what it's doing. Especially yesterday. So yesterday, I threw this on, wore it all day. Went to go play pickleball with it on. It was kind of chilly. And I threw it on skin and clothes. So I'll be able to give you some insight there. And something interesting I keep finding with these smoky fragrances is they dry down on clothes very smoky. The smoke, for whatever reason, at least the last few I've kind of really thrown on clothes and tried to pay attention to. For whatever reason, when I get them on clothes, the smoke peeks through, and I don't always love it. With this one, it's actually not as bad. With this one, it's kind of getting to that point where I'm like, it's not too bad. I can throw it on clothes, but I prefer it on skin, 1000%. Yeah, nah, I take that back. I don't like this on clothes. It wasn't too bad, but I guess in the last few hours, it got a little bit like, it got less sweet and even more smoky. Yeah, I don't know, man. And that sucks because this is a fall-time fragrance. You know, I'm going to be wearing hoodies, but I guess I just got to get it on my neck, maybe get it on my wrists before, before throwing on some clothes. So I threw this on, and, I heard a lot of people describing this as a green apple hookah type of smell. And I think they're pretty close. The one thing I'll say is hookah's a wet kind of smell, right? Because hookah, you got the coals, you got the shisha in the cup, and then it goes down, it stems down into a bubbling dome, right? It's got water in the bottom. So hookah smoke in general is going to be kind of a more wet sweetness. This has a dryness to it. This is kind of like a dry smoke. And I think I like the way it opens. So I actually just sprayed this on again now that I've sat with it. So I'll be able to speak on the longevity, but I was like, all right, let me freshen up on the opening again. So when it opens, it's a smooth opening, man. Like, this does not open up with like a burst of alcohol like you might expect from a green apple fragrance. It opens up really smooth and honestly just kind of gets straight into it. A lot of these Middle Eastern fragrances, kind of cheaper fragrances, obviously are gonna tend to open up more alcoholic than maybe some, original niche designer fragrances, obviously. This one does a really good job of not doing that. This one gets straight into the fragrance. It's not singeing any nose hairs. You can spray this on, give it 15 seconds, and it gets straight into it. So like I said, I wouldn't say it's quite as wet as you might expect from like hookah smoke. This is more of a dry, really the first 45 minutes to me, smells a little more incensey. Maybe not 45, probably the first 30 minutes smells a little more like an incense. So it's kind of like a green apple, dry kind of room incense. The ones you got on the trays with the little stick that kind of burns its way down. I kind of get a little bit more of that. And I don't want that to turn you off, because I know sometimes that can turn some folks off. It's not overly incensey. It's almost like if you met it in the middle with hookah smoke. So it's not quite as wet as hookah smoke, and it's not quite as incensey as you might expect from an incense. But yeah, I would say somewhere right in the middle. So it is kind of drier than you might expect if you hear hookah smoke. But I really like this, man. The bottle's nice. I think this sits pretty nice on my collection shelf. It's kind of got some designs, some interesting designs. They're actually all kind of different. I didn't realize that. Yeah, they all kind of got something different going on. It's pretty cool, man. Top is cool. Doesn't click into place. It does definitely not. Gonna be able to pick this one up by its cap. It just kind of, this has no type of grip. Nothing. It's not gripping. This ain't gripping. As far as longevity goes, I got easily 10 hours from this. Started to turn into a skin scent probably around the 10-hour mark. And even then, it's kind of a strong skin scent. It wasn't just something like you really had to inhale your arm to pick up. Like, no, it was a pretty strong skin scent at the 10-hour mark and up to the 12-hour mark. I didn't really care to test it any further after the 12-hour mark. I was like, it's already been a skin scent for a little while now. So you're gonna get a solid 10 hours, 9 to 10 hours, and then it starts to turn into a skin scent. Even all the way through the 12th hour mark, it's a pretty strong skin scent. So that definitely gets some points for me. That's gonna bump this up because, like I said, this doesn't really blow me away. It doesn't blow my brain up, but it's doing something that I like. Projection's right where you want it to be. It's not doing too much, especially for kind of a sweeter profile like this. You don't want crazy projection. It's right where you want it to be. It's average. I don't like to say average because it makes it sound bad, but it's average projection. Right where you would want something like this to be, though. Projection's solid. Longevity's really good. More than I expected, to be honest. And it gets straight into it, man. Like, the best part, in my opinion, is the opening. The first hour and a half is just so good, man. But the opening, I'm so impressed by how smooth it is. I mean, it gets straight into the fragrance. You don't have to wait. This isn't going to burn off your nose hairs. And it's good, man. It starts off really strong and smooth. Not strong in the sense of like, ooh, okay, this is doing something, man. This has got some strength as far as the rating goes. As far as the rating goes, off rip, I'm like, okay, I gotta bump it up because of the longevity for sure, and because of the way it opens so smoothly and gets straight into it, man. It's a linear fragrance, obviously, as a lot of these Middle Eastern kind of clone fragrances are. Most of them aren't gonna tell a story. Most of them are gonna be very linear. But I'm impressed, man. I really like it. Like I said, the box presentation is nothing crazy, but it's pretty cool. I've seen much worse. Bottle's nice. Let me show you guys how it sprays. It's got a pretty good atomizer, good distribution. Boom. Solid, man. I actually really like how this sprays. And yeah, what you really get from this is, like I said, more of a kind of green apple dry smoke, somewhere in the middle of an incense, like a room incense, and a hookah. So I keep hearing people say the hookah. They're not wrong. If I could be a little bit more specific, I think it's right in the middle of an incense and a kind of wet hookah smell. So what would I give this? As far as the scent profile, I think I would give this about an 8, but the fact that the longevity is so good, man, like I said, you're gonna get a solid 10 hours, really, maybe even a little bit more. But even after the 10-hour mark, it kind of turns into a pretty strong skin scent. So the longevity is great, man, and the projection's right where you want it to be, and the way that it opens so smoothly and gets straight into it. You don't really have to wait. It opens up so well. I think I have to bump this up to about an 8.5. like I said, I probably would have given this an 8 had the longevity not been so good, had it not opened up so smoothly. It probably would have been a little bit lower. But this is an 8.5 for me. This has got to be an 8.5. Like I said, the scent DNA doesn't blow me away. But I'm going to be wearing this 1,000%. I'm going to be wearing this on skin, though. Like I kind of showed you guys, on the way this dries down on clothes, I'm not a fan of at all. And like I said, these kind of smoky, maybe sometimes kind of more animalic fragrances that maybe have a little bit of sweetness to balance them, it seems like when you throw those on clothes, for whatever reason, those kind of dark, maybe animalic smoky notes just really peek through and you don't get much of the sweetness. So this one, you got to throw it on skin. I don't recommend that you throw it on clothes. You know, maybe throw it on your neck, maybe some kind of your wrist area. So when you're talking, even though you might have clothes on, when you're talking, at least, you know, you might be able to get some whiffs from it, and maybe some other folks will get whiffs from it. So yeah, that's my final rating. I give this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a solid pickup. I can't remember exactly how much I got this for, but I want to say I got this from Amazon, actually. I got this from Amazon for $30 to $32. It was somewhere right in between there. I can't remember. So for that price, like I said, I'm wearing this. This isn't, though I have a pretty big collection, this is definitely not going to take a back seat. This is solid. I like it. It's doing something that I could definitely see fitting for fall pretty well. It's kind of it makes me happy, man. I'll be honest, especially the opening. The opening's so smooth. The fact that I can throw it on and just kind of all instantly kind of just throw my nose in my arm and enjoy it. And it has that bright kind of sweet apple going on. This is good, man. I like this. Yeah, this is good, man. So, yeah, it's my final rating. 8.5 out of 10. Solid projection. Great longevity. Scent profile is pretty good. Just don't throw it on clothes. I really don't recommend it. I don't know if that's just me, but I keep finding that with these smokier, kind of maybe animalic fragrances that tend to have something sweet to balance them out. But on the clothes, it just doesn't. It really just doesn't. So get this on skin if you're going to pick it up. But that's it for this one, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope that helps you guys kind of make your decision. If you're on the fence about this, pretty good. I recommend it. 8.5 out of 10. Mashrabya by Lattafa. That's it for this one, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one.